does it say 1993? 1993 was 30 years ago, guys. 30 years ago. What were you doing 30 years ago? What was I doing 30 years ago? Lord, I was probably watching Cheers. I was. Let's see, it says closing time at Cheers, adding it all up on the set with the cast, who cried, who laughed, who hugged, and who didn't. I wonder who didn't. I don't know. Let's see, I did watch Cheers for a long time. I think it was Cheers on Thursday nights or Wednesday nights. I'm not really sure. Hopefully we'll find out in here. Let's open the first page and see. It says 11 years of love and laughter. And that is, don't tell me. I know she's married to Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman, Kelsey Grammer, and the postman. Forgot his name already. Oh, let's see. And guess who's left holding the bill? That is, I think that's George Wentz. And I do believe that George Wentz is Jason Sudeikis' uncle. Or Jason Sudeikis, is that his name from Ted Lasso? That's his uncle. It just has an advertisement in there. Let's see what else. I do love, I have a bunch of 81s I have to do too. I just thought this one was 30 years ago, so I thought I'd do this one first. And the table of contents. Tears for Cheers. Reading wild poems. You may need a manual for TV's weirdest show since Twin Peaks. I actually don't remember a TV show called Wild Poems. Delaney's Dilemma for Wild Poems. Dana Delaney is a good bad girl puzzle. Peter Jennings, a sober look at ABC's reports on Bosnia. And Tatum O'Neal. She plays Bambi Benednick in a TV movie. Bambi, well, was she the cop that posed for Playboy? Like I said, 30 years ago, I don't remember TV 30 years ago. Ask TV Guide. Before I plunk down a couple of $100 on a new VCR. That's how we used to watch TV. How soon before it becomes obsolete and I have to junk it. They're asking this in 93, so let's see what their answer is. No need to worry about chunking it, because if it's obsolete, it'll probably wear out before that happens. Digital VCRs, which record moving images in much the same way computers store information, will eventually phase out our current analog years of college, how Oprah Winfrey described herself to a judge when he called her for jury duty and recently in Chicago. I do not like to go to jury duty. I don't know if you guys have recently went to jury duty. I am not a fan. Not a fan of going to jury duty. It's not that So many of us enjoyed watching Cheers. Beer Nuts and Norm and Form, Woody. How's the world been treating you, Mr. B? Norm, like a baby treats a diaper. Woody, how's life, Mr. Peterson? Norm, I'm waiting for the movie. Leguizamo. Is it Leguizamo? Leguizamo. He was funny on many things. I remember him in, oh, it was not a superhero movie. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like an anti-superhero movie or something he was in. He was so funny in that. Again, it might come to me as I'm talking about him. But I remember he was dressed up like a big blueberry or something and talking. Carol Burnett, daytime diva. I did not know she was on daytime television. I know Elizabeth Taylor made some guest appearances on General Hospital, but I didn't know Carol Burnett was. No, I do think, didn't she play? She might have played a maid, I don't know. Is baseball swing shift striking out? You know, I haven't watched baseball since the 80s. Gilligan's Islanders rescued by video. They were shipwrecked and stranded for 3 years, apparently with unlimited wardrobe. And after decades of reruns, the Gilligan's Island series is finally available on video. Can you imagine watching Gilligan on video? That would be awesome. Watch Gilligan's Island all day, every day. Used to come home from school and watch Gilligan's Island. I did. I loved watching Gilligan's Island. I loved watching Gilligan's Island. And Ginger, of course, was my favorite. Of course she was. But Gilligan was funny, and how the skipper treated Gilligan, my little buddy. I thought it was funny. I did. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. If you've never watched Gilligan's Island, I highly recommend that you do. I really do. Loved some Gilligan's Island. Okay, let's see. An original design by a celebrated fairy godmother. Cinderella's magic coach. Oh, wait a minute. I think I missed a page here. Okay, here we go. Television update. The neighborhood changing around Sesame Street. The world will grow a little bigger for Big Bird and the gang on Sesame Street starting in November. The PBS Kids Show season opener will feature a new yet unnamed thoroughfare complete with a park, daycare center, a hotel, as well as several new actors and characters. I grew up watching Sesame Street. They had a street and a grocery store, and that's where everybody lived. So, this was something new and exciting. For the first time in 25 years, says executive producer Lisa overheard Luna expressing concerns for the spirits of the land if oil drilling took place. And then lastly, we have Young and the Restless. Jack berated Victor for his part in the death of Jack and Nikki's child. Victoria and Brandon ran into Ryan and Nina at Gina's. Mary got troubling news from other school and decided to pay a visit. There was a lot of soap operas on in 1993. Yes, there were. Let's see. Oh my gosh. More what's on beside Wild Poems. Well, we have Spice-O-Rama, Woman on the Run. There was a little boy. Oh, let's see. Save the Males. When Love Kills. Carrie Cole. And Fit or Fat. So, there were lots of things on during the week, and you didn't have to watch Wild Poems, which I didn't even understand what it was anyway. This TV guide is getting exciting, like I said. These used to come out every week, and I think they still do have a TV guide, but nobody reads it that much, not like they used to. A Disney Song Fest and season finales for 2 teen series. I guess Blossom and Welcome Freshman. Nickelodeon is still a channel. I don't think is it? It might be. I haven't seen it in a long time. Here's a Words TV Scrambler. Let's see if we could find anything. Okay, Jen Harris. I found Jen Harris right there. I have a book of old crossword puzzles. I might actually do a couple of them. Yeah. Let's see what we have here. This is Saturday. Okay. We're gonna start the week off on Saturday and see what's on a Saturday morning. When I was growing up, Saturday mornings belonged to children. I see we still have Scooby-Doo on. Pirates of Dark Water. Bibles, American Tales. Let's see, anything else here? We have Yogi, Wizard of Oz, Goof Troop, Garfield. Okay, Garfield was big in the 90s. Tom and Jerry was always fun. Superman. The Muppet Babies. I love the Muppet Babies. Beakman's World, Gulliver's Travels, Addams Family. Now, was that a cartoon or was that the actual show? I used to love to watch the old 40s movies on the weekends. That was a big thing. A big thing for me to do on the weekends. Let's see what else. Saved by the Bell was on in 1993. That was, wow, those kids are old now. Bugs Bunny and Friends, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there's Gilligan's Island. You can see Gilligan's Island on Saturdays. See King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. Never heard of that. There's Tasmania. Fraggle Rock. I used to love Fraggle Rock. So, G.I. Joe, The Land of the Lost, Cyber Cops. I don't know if that was a cartoon. There we have Sesame Street. Oh, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. That was a good movie. Let's see what else we have. Do you guys remember watching American Bandstand on Saturdays? I don't know if it was on still in 93. It discover a clue to their kidnapped baby. Wow. So there was a lot of good stuff on that Sunday night. How did you decide what to watch? I mean, now you can just DVR everything. But even if you had a VCR, you could only record one thing. So what did you decide to watch? And what did you decide to record? I don't know if I'd want to be in a position like that. No. So let's see. Oh, this guy, or whoever owned this, wanted to watch Mask. I remember that movie too. Let's see what was on Mondays, because if you remember in the 90s, there were a lot of talk shows on in the 90s. I used to watch probably all of them, like Jerry Springer and Jenny Jones, Sally Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake. I would watch all of the good ones. There's a cartoon called Beetlejuice. I actually had the VHS of that cartoon, Beetlejuice. I sold it. I should have kept it. Should have kept it because I could have watched it. I've never seen it. We have a movie here, Roe versus Wade. And then he highlighted here that he wanted to watch My Girl on HBO. But let's see if there are any. Oh, we have Montel Williams. We have Jenny Jones. Let's see. Oh, there was Regis and Kathy Leon back there. We have Maury Povich and Jerry Springer, Sally Jesse Raphael. So many talk shows. Seriously, I actually was a housewife in the 90s. I was. I was married with a child, and I was a stay-at-home mom when he was little. When he got older, I went back to work. But when he was little, I was a stay-at-home mom. And yes, I was guilty of watching talk shows and soap operas. Got my work done, but I was with my child and watched TV. I know, isn't that bad? That is so bad. Let's see, just soap operas. This is shocking. Okay, Unsolved Mysteries, all new 2 hours. A Case for Murder. Blind Justice, Blind Love, and A Killer Close Enough to Touch. Yep. 90210, that was their graduation. A day they'll always remember, an event you'll never forget. Not true. I forgot it. I absolutely forgot their graduation day. I know it says I wouldn't forget it, but I did. I did forget that the kids from 90210 graduated. Let's see When Love Kills, The Seduction of John Hearn. Tonight, Debbie pressures John to kill again before the police finally break the case. Oh, we'll have to watch that. I don't know. See, they used to have those 2 nights. You'd have to watch it on 2 nights. You can't even keep my attention for an hour, let alone 2 nights. So yeah, I am so into that. Binge watching. Yeah, binge watching. I'll watch. Oh my gosh. This movie, Shoot the Moon with Albert Finney and Diane Keaton. If you've never seen that movie, it's got Albert Finney, Diane Keaton, and Dana Hill in it. Excellent, excellent movie. I love that movie, Shoot the Moon. Yep. Let's see what is on Thursday nights. Thursday in 1993. That's probably when Cheers was on, I'm thinking. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, Seinfeld, Cheers, Matlock. Okay, The Color Purple, I Play in Stripper. Oh, so they put old movies on against Cheers. Well, Color Purple was an old movie at that time, but it is now. So they put older movies on at the same time. They put Cheers on because they knew that people would watch the last of Cheers. So let's see if they have anything about Cheers here. They might not, I don't know. There we go. A Night of Television History. 8 p.m. Seinfeld. Jerry and George finally tape their NBC pilot. And this is a 2-hour Cheers finale. Be there as all of America celebrates. And then at 11:30, Jay Leno was on. Yep. Jay Leno took over for Johnny Carson. And actually, I was not happy about that until a couple years later. And then I started watching Jay Leno, and I watched him until he left. Yep. I was a big Johnny Carson fan. See, Inside the Criminal Mind, America's Most Wanted. Tonight, look into the eyes of a killer in frightening face-to-face interviews. Some of America's most notorious killers tell you where they are and why they kill. Oh, I don't want to know any of that. I don't want to know. Okay, we're gonna go to Friday now. Because